Hello, I'm Simon. Welcome to the Writing Couch. Today I'm going to talk about fast, slow and free writing and how these can be used to overcome writer's block. So one of the things that causes writer's block is the attempt to do too many different kinds of writing at once and to roll them into one. So by separating them out and by actually separating them out in our practice into fast, slow and free, we can prevent this from happening. So what do these things mean? Well, fast writing, as it sounds, is where you're just getting on and writing. You're not overthinking it. You're not constantly checking back on the things that you've written and saying, is that right? Is that wrong? You're just getting on with it. Next sentence, next sentence, next sentence. Maybe they're not even in sentences. Who cares? We're just getting them down. Slow writing is when we're really crafting sentences in order to explain the things that are in our head, to get them down on a page in a way that works, one point sequence to another, to develop an argument. Free writing is when we maybe don't even have a particular task in mind. We're just writing, we're getting thoughts down on a page in order to get our writing hand moving. We're trying to just put anything down on the page. So I'm a great believer in the idea that all writing is a kind of learning. So as long as you're writing something, you're tapping into that process where you're learning something about the things you're writing. So if you're completely blocked, then start writing about the thing that you wanted to write about that you can't write about and see what happens. Now, we need all of these types of writing in order to build an argument. We need to do some of the fast and some of the slow, and sometimes we need to do some of the free. But in practice, it's really important to separate these things out, to not try and do them all together. So spend a certain amount of time doing fast and separate that out from doing the slow. So what happens when we mix these things up in practice is that we end up trying to do a creative process and an analytical process at the same time. So we'll be writing a sentence here, then writing another one, and then we'll get distracted by the fact that we didn't quite get that one right, and so we go back to it. But we're still thinking about what we're writing down here. So we're stopping and thinking here, and we're flowing here, and the two don't work together. So in separating out the fast and the slow and the free, not only in our heads, but in our writing practice, we prevent this happening. So we say, I'm going to spend 30 minutes doing the slow, then I'm going to take a 5-minute break and come back and do 30 minutes of fast, or vice versa. So if I'm unable to do either of those things, maybe I'll put them to one side and just do some free writing. Just trying to accomplish the bodily act of writing, because writer's block fundamentally is a physical inability to write. If you just start writing, you're no longer blocked. One of the things this tells us is that all writing is a kind of learning. So even if we're writing about something that isn't related to our specific task, we're still writing, we're still doing writing, and we're still learning something from that writing. Or if I've done some fast writing, then that writing won't be perfect, but it no longer matters because I've got words down on the page and I can come back to them and I can shape them and I can engage in that slow process without fearing it. So try this out in practice. Try separating the fast from the slow from the free. See if you can really distinguish between them and really separate them out practically in your writing. And let me know how you get on in the comments. So next time I'll be talking about how to develop our writing practice further by deepening that emotional connection to it. So please look out for that video and please subscribe to my channel.